I'm Zach Parmenter with Golden Eagle Log and Timber Homes. In this video series, we're going to feature how this incredible log home was built. We'll be going behind the scenes, from stacking the full log walls to the details that make this home one of a kind. This home is nearly done and there are just a few more details on the outside, such as lawn, landscaping, and stone on the pillars. But let's talk about the inside. This home has just over 2,100 square feet. There are 2 bedrooms on the first floor, and the loft can be used as another bedroom, or in this case, a home office. We have 2 bathrooms on the first floor, as well as a laundry room, a mudroom drop zone, and an area for the dogs. This open concept log home features industrial and rustic design elements, along with timber frame and stone accents. It also features an attached 2-car garage as well as a wraparound covered porch, all of which we'll be discussing in upcoming episodes. Before we talk about how the log walls were stacked, let's talk about the foundation and the floor system that they sit on top of. The foundation has 8-inch thick poured concrete walls. After learning that the basement would be finished someday and the clients wanted as few posts as possible, we agreed to build them a home with 20-inch engineered floor trusses. A properly designed floor truss can make it a lot easier for subcontractors to run their ductwork and their wiring. Because we engineer and provide a complete package, we engineered the floor system to account for heavy items, such as the fireplace and the countertops. With the subfloor complete, the next step is stacking the first row of logs. Traditionally, the first log is stacked right on top of the subfloor. But on this house, the first log actually sits on top of a short framed wall, and we call this our elevated log stack. Golden Eagle offers both of these methods. With the elevated log stack, you get a little more flexibility for running electrical, and on the exterior, you could add stone if you wanted. This homeowner will add quarter log on both the exterior and the interior once the electrical and insulation is added, which we'll touch on later. As the logs are being stacked, they drill a chase for running electrical wires up to the switch box. They also pre-drill for the steel anchor rods. The bottom row of log and sometimes the bottom 2 rows of log need to be anchored directly into the foundation itself. The rods are attached to the foundation's anchor bolt, which is embedded into the concrete wall. The diameter, length, and location of the steel uplift rods is specifically engineered to each home and its build location. Next, they use a router to make 2 grooves into the top of each log. This is where the closed cell Weatherstrip foam will be placed later on. Once the log is in place, heavy-duty log home fasteners are used because of their ability to pull and hold logs into position. The screws we use are designed to be stronger, safer, and easier to use than most traditional log screw fasteners. They have a head style that countersinks during installation. No pre-drilling is required and the gimlet point allows for fast drilling. Here we are using a 1/2-inch, high torque, low RPM, variable speed drill. This allows us to control the screw as it goes down. With the log secured, they place the weather strip in the grooves that they routed out earlier. This weather strip expands and contracts, and it will never harden. And with this home being built out of 12-inch logs, we have enough surface area for 7 points of seal. We have the 2 weather strips and 3 beads of stacking caulk. We'll add another bead to the exterior and 1 more to the interior later on. There is absolutely no chance of any air infiltration through there. These clients chose our saddle notch corner system. Whereas some companies may only offer 1 or 2 corner systems, we offer everything that's available in the industry. Beyond the saddle notch and vertical, we also offer a button pass and dovetail. All of our corners are thoughtfully designed with interlocking joinery, assisted by wooden splines and mechanical fasteners, which exceeds all of your local building requirements. The saddle notch corner has a wide weather strip wrapping over the top of each corner. I always think it's a piece of art to see how well our corners go together. It's our CNC milling that goes hand in hand with the quality of our kiln-dried logs. We try to make everything as consumer and builder friendly as possible so that no one gets overwhelmed during the building process. One of the many perks of a milled log home is that they're all the same uniform size. This makes it incredibly easier and faster to build, which can save you money on construction costs. That large groove that you see at the end of the log, that is done back at our facility, and that groove is called a dado. The dado accepts a 2x4 wood spline. This dado spline system locks the logs to the windows and the door bucks. It locks it to the vertical corners and also the other wall logs. While most of the wall logs are pre-dadoed, it is common for a dado template to be used on site so that there's flexibility in where those logs are installed. Using a 2x4 for those splines makes a lot of sense. 2x4s are one of the most common pieces of lumber in construction, and we like to use materials that are practical and easily accessible. This helps keep construction prices lower. Notice how these logs are 12 inches in diameter and they are lifting them by hand. This is because they are kiln dried. They could never lift a log this easily if it were not dry. It's important to have high quality kiln dried logs to eliminate movement and to keep everything tight. Thanks to kiln drying, these homeowners will never have to worry about their home settling. There's a lot less expansion and contraction, and better performance of stains and caulking with kiln dried logs. Older generations of log homes were either fresh cut or partially air dried, but those logs were much less predictable. We've put a link in the description if you'd like to learn more about the benefits of kiln dried logs. Here you can see the builder cutting in a spot for the window. They use 2x12s to create a wood window buck, which the window will be fastened into. Now in the next episode, we're going to show you exactly how the windows and doors are installed, and we'll go into detail on our industry-leading weather-tight window and door flashing system. Next, they continue installing the window and door bucks, as well as the logs, until the very top row is complete. Now you may have noticed a tall wall on the back of the house. This is called a feature wall, and the clients came to us with 3 must-haves. They wanted huge windows, large trim, and a massive fireplace. To achieve these goals, we built this wall out of engineered wood products and 2x8 construction. Now why didn't we use full logs like we did on the rest of the home? Well, given the amount of glass on this wall, we didn't have much room to stack full logs, which is why our in-house engineers designed the wall this way. And the best part is that once you insulate this wall and add a matching half log, it'll look exactly like the rest of the home. The garage is built with conventional 2x6 studded walls because the client chose to have an industrial metal design on the inside, which we'll be featuring in an upcoming episode. On the exterior, they will add half log to match the full log walls. Now I get a lot of people asking, how do the interior walls work? How do they connect to the exterior full log walls? It's actually a very simple process. First, we tack up a piece of OSB on the log wall as a guide, and then we use a skill saw and put 2 cuts in. Then we take a chisel and notch out a groove. The groove is for the interior wall finish to slide into. Once the grooves are notched out, they attach a 2x4 or 2x6 wall to the full log wall. The width of the notch can vary depending on what you choose for your interior wall finish. Now in this house, they use a mixture of tongue and groove wood planks, stone, and quarter log. So the notch on this wall is the same width as the tongue and groove, which will slide right into place. We also use this method for our kitchen cabinets that are installed on full log walls. We'll show you how the kitchen goes together in a later episode. With the walls complete, they install the engineered roof trusses. During the design process, our clients mentioned that they like the roof style of our North Carolina model home, which they saw on the website. This stepped roof style is called a Western roof. At Golden Eagle, you can choose any roof style and finish that you'd like. Once these log walls were built, we made sure to get some stain on them. It was easy enough to do because we already had the product here. The clients had chosen it while they picked out the material at Golden Eagle. I've stayed in my own personal home, and if you're thinking of doing that too, we have a terrific video in the description. On the interior, they begin running all of the electrical work, and thanks to the elevated log stack, installing the wiring was easier than ever. Once the electrician is done, they put spray foam inside the elevated log stack. Next, they add quarter log to complete the wall. As you can see, once the bottom 2 courses of quarter log were installed, it matched seamlessly with the rest of the full log wall. This whole wall system just works perfectly. Now, one of the many details that I like about this home are the way the outlet boxes were done. These outlet boxes were custom made on the job site and they look great. It's the little details like this that really make the home special. We have a lot more to share with you on how this incredible home was built. If you have any questions, anything that you saw in today's video, or any requests for anything that you'd like us to feature in the future, please comment below. In the meantime, please subscribe to keep updated with new videos that we'll be releasing.